Welcome to It's Me, Susie. And yes, it's me, your girl, Susie. Today is July. No, not July. It is August 7th, right? Today is August 7th. 2025 is about 5:30 in the morning. Showtime is at 6:06 a.m. I'm gonna miss this bus. Oh, but another shuttle is right behind it. So let me get my butt on up out of here. I will check in with y'all. I will list. This is a 4-day trip. 2 legs today. Overnight in Cleveland tonight. Overnight in Buffalo tomorrow. And then I forget where we go, but I will let y'all know. I will talk to y'all later. Flights today. Tomorrow's no service, all flights. And I'm working in the back. Got about 16 minutes. No, 10 minutes before we start boarding. So I will check in with y'all when I get to Cleveland. It's a new hotel too. She just going to the car. That's my nephew. That's my baby nephew right there. I haven't seen him in a long time. Say hi. Say hi to my YouTube channel.
Hi.
Hi. With y'all this morning. It is currently 10:30 in the morning, and we were supposed to be in Buffalo, I think by noon. Well, we're going to be delayed until noon because they got to change one of our tires. Saw my youngest nephew. I haven't seen him in a couple of years because I haven't lived in Cleveland, and every time I go, I never see him. So got to spend some time with him. We went on the swings. We had a good time. If you didn't know, I enjoy feeding my inner child, and swinging was one of my favorite things to do when I was a child. So every time I see a swing, I'm gonna get on it. And you know, in my profession, I'm not talking about being a flight attendant, I'm talking about being a mentor. I highly encourage people to nurture their inner child, because it was the inner child who was wounded and abused and, you know, negatively impacted. So you gotta love on that little boy and little girl inside of you. And doing the things that you used to love to do as a child before, you know, the abuse happened is a good way to start. But of course, I got to see my man-child. Got me one of them good old Asian bowls from his work. My little egg sandwich that I made at home before my trip. So these are all early reports. Nice little granola. Detroit has like the best crew meals. I'm just looking. But that's pretty much it. Of course, I'm going out when I get to Buffalo. Y'all know I'm going to Dinosaur Barbecue to get my, what? Fried green tomato. And I'm going to go see Niagara Falls. So there will be plenty of B-roll. And I think that's about all I have for y'all. But if you've made it this far, go ahead and like, subscribe, share, comment. I love how I have so many views on the video and no comments. I'll talk to y'all later. To the hotel. This is a nicer one of these. I forgot to give y'all the room tour for yesterday. Man, oh my good. Oh no, I did. Did I forget? I think I forgot. I think I forgot to give y'all that hotel room tour. Because I didn't get in until about 7 last night, and then, you know, I had to get to bed, so I ate my Asian bowl and got to bed. So I am going to go ahead and handle my business, if you know what I'm talking about, first, and then I'm gonna go ahead and catch the bus to Niagara Falls. They say it's like $2 to go on the Canadian side, so I may do that. And then I'm gonna go to Dinosaur Barbecue and have my fried green tomatoes, and then I'm gonna come back to the hotel. So I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all this room tour. This is a really nice room, and then I will see y'all once we go out. Talk to you later. Bye. Can y'all remember to remind me to do the room tour when I get back to the room? This is Fountain Plaza. It's a nice little fountain, isn't it? Alright, so I'm about to catch this train to a bus. And hopefully we make it to Niagara Falls. thought I made a boo-boo because I forgot my passport in my tote, my flight attendant tote that I leave it in. But I'm going on the Maiden Mist, something like that. It's like a $30 boat ride, so I should have some wonderful B-roll. But we gonna stop in this souvenir shop, see what they got. So after doing the observation deck, I'm not gonna go on the Maid of the Mist because I need my camera protector if I'm gonna do like some filming. So, but that was a pretty good view. As you can see, one side is Canada, one side is New York. I gotta figure out a way to spread my baby's ashes. I don't know if I'm gonna do it in the park. I'm trying to get by the water to do it, but I don't know if I'll be able to get close enough. We'll see. Probably like, why is she taking a video of a grocery store named Tops? Fun fact, when I was about 16 or 17, I was in 11th grade, I think I was 17, I worked at a grocery store called Finest, and they turned it into Tops. They closed it in Cleveland, but apparently it still exists in Buffalo. this adventure at 2:20 this afternoon. It is 7:15. I have been gone for damn near 5 hours. So got there, y'all saw the B-roll. I got the bus, the wrong bus. Well, it took me to a station, so I had to sit there for damn near 2 hours. I would have been home before, or back to the hotel before then, but overall a great adventure. I hope y'all enjoyed this vlog. I'm not going anywhere tomorrow in Toronto, so I will check in with y'all throughout the rest of this trip. And of course, I will talk to y'all once I get back to Raleigh. So, oh, let me show y'all what I got. This is a New York cinch sack. Instead of me taking my Trader Joe's shopping bag from DC, so I'm gonna put this up. And I got 2 magnets because I technically went 2 places. This one, which is really cool, it's Niagara Falls. And see, it has Canada and the US. And then I got them a New York magnet. I thought that was cute. So, alrighty, I will talk to y'all later. I'm about to didn't go to Dinosaur Barbecue because I have food. So we're gonna be responsible. So I'm gonna warm that up. I'm gonna go get me some ice for my ginger ale that I got at the Dollar Tree. I'm gonna finish watching Chesapeake Shores and I am going to bed. I will talk to y'all tomorrow. This morning, did I? I did not. Well, good morning, everyone. We are in John F. Kennedy. Thought we were going to be delayed because a passenger deployed the oxygen mask when they stood up. But maintenance got it fixed. We ready to go. I'm about to eat my sandwich. And we go to Toronto today. So I will check in with y'all when I get to Toronto. May not do anything, but I will let y'all know. Here in Toronto, it is 12:52. We have been here, I couldn't even say, probably about 12 maybe. Yeah, because the shuttle came and got us about 11:43. Yeah, I'm gonna say about 12 o'clock. So, you know, I had to get all my stuff together. I had showered. But I had my first, I don't want to call him a celebrity. I just know him as an actor. Hold on, because this is, hello. No, it's just a conversation between me and the cleaners. And they, let me tell you exactly what they said. Okay, yeah, I can send you a picture. Right. I got it, yeah. Yeah, so it's, I'm gonna send it over, but I said it is, in fact, I said, cabin cleaning isn't complete. We haven't started deplaning. They said it is in fact complete. Gate finished deplaning 5 minutes ago. I said, oh, we're not at gate B4, we're at C9. And then he said, oh boy, or they said, oh boy. So, yeah. So I'll just text it to you. Yeah, you're welcome. You too, bye-bye. So, apparently they're trying to put a 4-minute delay on the flight attendants. And we weren't even notified that we were switching gates. And that's how we found out we were switching gates, because I always change, once we land, I change over to my next flight, especially if we have like a short window, right? If we don't have any kind of, you know, time to sit or anything like that. And so I didn't know that we were changing gates, and so y'all just heard the conversation. So anywho, let me send this over to her. Voicemail, let me see. Okay, hold on, y'all. Message, photos, here we go. All right, so y'all may not know him, but I knew him. So let me tell y'all what happened. So I typically, you know, sometimes I'm up there standing looking people dead in their face. Other times I'm like multitasking, and I'm just like, you know, I'm really watching bags to see how big bags are. So he gets on, and I see that his bag is large, and I was like, sir, I don't think that your bag looks a little oversized for our overhead bin space. And then he was like, you don't think it'll fit? And I was like, no, I don't. And the whole time I'm talking to him, I'm trying to think, like, where do I know him from? And so I was like, and he was like, so what do you want me to do with it? And I was like, hold on. And I was like, let me take care of it. But before I said that, I was like, you look familiar. I done seen you somewhere before. And so I was like, let me take care of it. So he went to his seat. And so after I figured it out, I was like, I know that I know him. I had to just finish watching some kind of series that he was in. So I went to his seat, and I told him, I said, I really don't want to, you know, say anything, because, you know, I don't want anybody else, you know, like, you know, when celebrity, you know how some people can act, right? So I was like, and he was like, yeah, and I was like, and he was like, Roswell, New Mexico. I was like, I knew it, but it's Roswell, New Mexico. He played Michael Guerin. Yes! So, you know, didn't bother him. He slept the whole flight or whatever. No autograph, no picture, you know, because, I mean, I'm not groupie. I'm just, you know, like, yay. I know who you are. Like, and I love the show. I loved him too, especially. But, you know, it's a sci-fi fantasy show about aliens and aliens living among humans. And because he was in comfort, so, you know, the wardrobe closet really is for first class. So I had some first class passenger bags in there, so I had got all of theirs out, so his was waiting. And so he was trying to take it out, and I was just like, turn it sideways. And when he got it out, I was like, all right, Guerin, thanks for flying with us. And he laughed, and he was like, thanks for watching the show. I was like, absolutely loved it. And he was like, take care. But yeah, it was like kind of cool. So I'm in Toronto. I'm not doing nothing. I am tired. I am about to watch whatever I'm watching. What am I watching? Oh, I was watching that Hunting Wives, because I finished up Chesapeake Shores, but I started Hunting Wives. So I'm gonna watch that if I can watch it here in Canada, because a lot of times, even though they have Netflix here, you can't get the Netflix, so, or the US Netflix, so they only have certain shows. So I'm gonna give y'all this room tour, because we are in a new hotel. Hopefully this is our permanent hotel. I don't know. You know, they keep complaining about the shuttle time, and it's just like, the shuttle is going to be long, you know. So, all right, but that's it. Tomorrow's last day. Keep my fingers crossed that we get in and get out of Newark so we can get home. Because y'all know last time I did a Newark turn, we got stuck. It was an 18-hour duty day, and but it's looking like there's no weather, so I'm hoping that we get in and get out. But we shall see, and I will talk to y'all tomorrow. headed to Raleigh. Great flight. Of course, you know, we can't take off in Toronto until 6:30, so just had this rude, like, this lady was just so rude for no reason. So, and I typically don't have passengers like that, but so I was doing service, and she was right here in 19B, and eyes are closed, right? I don't serve people whose eyes are closed. So I got the four ladies back here, and as I'm backing up, she's like, excuse me, I would like something. I'm like, okay, you were sleeping. I don't serve people who are sleeping. And then she wanted hot tea, and we ran out of tea bags, and so yeah, but just rude. And then when people were getting off, she like hurried up and got up, like almost ran the lady down. Like, okay, yeah, just one of them days. All right, so yeah, we have about 20 minutes until we start boarding. I'm just gonna sit here and chill, trying to wait on catering because somebody left a meal tray in one of these bins, and it smells awful, so he got to take that off of there. But that's about it. I will talk to y'all later. I will let y'all know if there are any issues. They were saying that there was going to be like a long taxi in Newark, but they took it off. So hopefully we get in and out of Newark so we can get home on time today, and I will talk to y'all later. About to do this Newark term. Why they're having us sit for an hour and a half now in Newark, I don't know, because it's never been like that. It's always like quick turns, like 40 minutes, 56 minutes or whatever. So just hoping and praying we get out of Newark, because honey child, I just want to go home today. So let's see how long I got until we start boarding. Oh, we got about 1 minute. I'll talk to y'all later. Beautiful and empowered friends. Yes, your girl is home. It is 5:06. We landed early. I think we were supposed to be here at like 4:38, but we landed at 4:16. Had to sit there a minute because you know them rappers, you know, when it's go home day or when you ready to get off that aircraft, and then you hear that the captain say, we are just short of our gate, ladies and gentlemen, because we are waiting for the marshalers to marshal us in. If y'all don't stop making them TikToks and come on and get this plane parked. No, I love my rappers, but, and I know they be doing other stuff, you know, they got to go get the tugs and all this other stuff. But yeah, so got deplaned, had to wait on the shuttle. I am in the vehicle. I got a couple of stops to make. I'm probably gonna stop at Chick-fil-A, get me a salad for dinner. I gotta do my bidding. Today is the 10th, so I'm gonna put in my bid for next month. I am gonna request the certain days off that I want. I'm trying to get like 9 days in a row, so I'm gonna take my son to Japan next month. So we're gonna try to do that and see what happens. But thank y'all for being here. If you have made it this far, this is the end of this vlog. I did have something that I wanted to say and I totally forgot, so it is not important. But this is the end of this vlog, so go ahead, do me a favor, like, subscribe, and if you watch it, leave a comment. Just say hello. If you got any questions, leave them in the comment box. I'll never understand why people just watch your videos and don't say not one word. I'll never understand it. So y'all stalking, huh? Don't stalk. There's no need to stop. Why are you stalking? No need to stop. All right, I got 2 days off, and then I have another 3-day trip, so I will check in with y'all on that trip. Bye. When it's been a few